That was simply an excellent display of what an elite two-man game looks like in the NBA. The Denver Nuggets, man, one thing they have that no other team has in the NBA, the ace up their sleeve, the thing they can always depend on is that when they get into the clutch moments of the game, they get into these games where they have no Aaron Gordon, no Christian Brown, Peyton Watson goes down with an injury, and you got to manufacture greatness. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray can do it better than anybody else in the league. Today is about Jokic, Murray. They put on a master class. They score between the two of them 74 points versus the Houston Rockets defense. We got to get straight into it. The Nuggets, they win their fifth straight game on the way. They're 19-6, best start in franchise history. Y'all, this is Swipa. Let's get straight into it. Y'all know what time it is. The Denver Nuggets. Let go. The Denver Nuggets get a win versus the Houston Rockets, 128-125. And y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. I had no idea, and I mean no idea, how this game was going to end today. Nobody had any idea. So the game was back and forth. The Nuggets, they led by 7. It was 58-51 at the end of the first half. And it kind of felt like, all right, you know, they've found a little bit of rhythm. They found the ability to play together. They really have been able to really, I think, synchronize some offensive possessions, especially at the end of the second quarter. They started playing defense. Jokic in particular played really good defense down the stretch of the second quarter. And it looked like they were going to have a chance to pull away. You know, again, this is only the third game this year. The Nuggets have not had a lead of 12 or more, only the third game. And the situation changed drastically because in this game, Peyton Watson, he gets hit and he leads, I think, with a lower body injury, and that takes him out, and they have to be without him at the end of the first quarter, basically. The Nuggets are trailing 24-30. Valanciunas came in the game with Jokic, and in that stretch, they get a three from a no-dip three from Tim Hardaway Jr., but the offense was just really discombobulated. But here's the thing. Nikola Jokic, he had 3 points. He only 25% shooting in the first quarter. You know, Murray was playing well. He had 7 points, but the offense was just not there. But then what happened is in the second quarter, man, Jonas Valanciunas, man, like, I can't say enough about how big he's been for this team. And obviously, I'm going to get to that here in a little bit later. But Jonas Valanciunas today, he had 8 points. But in the second quarter, he had 6 points, and he went 3 of 3 from the field, and he really helped to stabilize some of the offensive drop-off that the Nuggets were experiencing. And then they were able to kind of keep it going, and then Jokic came back in the game, and they were kind of sore from there. So it was just a great game, y'all. But the story of the day is Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. He is an unbelievable player, Nikola Jokic is. But the thing that makes him so great is that he has somebody like Jamal Murray to play off of him. The dude is an absolute nightmare. Nightmare. One of the things that I think is being underrated this season is that Jamal Murray has not just been a really good player. Not just been a really good player. Jamal Murray has been playing like an all-NBA player this year. He's been that special. And when you watch him play this season, his ability to get in and out of his shot this season has truly set the Nuggets on fire. And if you watch this game, the timely shot making from Jamal Murray, the free throws from Jamal Murray, the consistency that he has showed, and the fact of the matter is, when you give an opportunity for Jamal to get in isolation this year, he's been one of the best in the NBA this year, period, regardless of position. Jamal Murray's been murdering in isolation this season. When you get a chance to let him run pick and roll this year, he's been destroying people in pick and roll. I mean, the dude is literally like having an unreal season this year. And I think that this will be the year that he makes the All-Star game, in part because the Nuggets are going to be they're on pace to win 62 games, y'all. They don't do that with just Jokic playing at this obscene level. But they do it because Jamal has taken his game to such a place that the way teams guard Denver this year has fundamentally shifted. Because while it used to just be, Jokic, and then you got Jamal averaging 21 off of him or 18 a game off of him, he's really good in a playoff setting. He can get hot. But now Jamal Murray has become an offense unto himself this year. And he's not going to sing his praises. Carmelo Anthony and Derek Fisher on the Peacock broadcast, they just asked him, hey, do you think make an argument for why you should be an all-star this year? Now, he's not going to tell his own story, but we will. Jamal Murray had 35 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was 6 of 12 from 2 today. He was 3 of 5 from 3. He was 14 of 15 from the free throw line. He had a 74.2 true shooting. And he was the second best player on the floor if you watch it. And what I think people are going to have to get comfortable with, especially if you go back and watch this game, it was when Jamal Murray was hitting his shots. It was when Jamal Murray was getting into the paint. It was the navigation in the pick and roll. Like, he got Şengün on an island multiple times today and absolutely burned him. Y'all, I just think, man, I don't know if he's going to get in for sure, but I'm telling you right now, man, you watch this man play this year. He has been an absolute monster. It's just the timeliness. Even the pull-up 3 he had that helped him to kind of recapture the momentum. It's just these huge, huge buckets. And he only got 5 threes off of it. I thought he was going to have more. But Jamal Murray got Şengün on a step back on a 3 and just put him in a blender. Jamal Murray got Şengün again, dribble by, got to the rim for the leg, got fouled. I'm telling you, man, he's just a special player. And I'm really, really happy for him personally that he's having this kind of a season. If you look on the season now with how Jamal Murray is playing, after 35 points tonight, he's averaging 25 points, 6.8 assists, 4.4 rebounds, y'all, 50% from the field, 44.7% from 3, 89.6% from the free throw line, y'all. 63 true shooting, man. He's an unbelievable player, man. He really is. But the reason why the Nuggets are so good is not just because they got Jamal Murray playing at the level that he is, but they got Nikola Jokic doing the things that he's doing. He's the best player in the world. Again, these stats don't even tell the full story of how good he was today, because the numbers are honestly not telling the story of when he hit the shots that he hit, the threes that he hit. He made 5 threes today. 5. And they needed all of them. I'm telling y'all right now, and I would challenge y'all to tell me another center in NBA history that they run an out-of-bounds play. They run an out-of-bounds play for Nikola Jokic. And Nikola Jokic comes off the out-of-bounds play, gets a corner 3 off the move. Corner 3 off the move. And hits the shot. And everybody just kind of look around like, yo, what? How did you do that? Jokic had a shot today. Where he seemingly threw the ball off of the backboard to himself. And then proceeded to get the ball back and laid it back up. It's unbelievable. And including with today's performance, Jokic is now tied for the most games in NBA history with 35-plus points, 15-plus rebounds, and 10-plus assists. And this is a walk in the park game for Jokic. This is not oh man, Jokic had his best game of the year. This is not what this is. This is him just being normal. And he didn't even shoot well today. Now, this is plus efficiency. He didn't shoot well from 2 today, and that sank his efficiency. He missed too many free throws today. If he makes his free throws, they win the game. If Jamal Murray doesn't miss a free throw to close the game, they win the game. The game should have been over much quicker than it was. But that's what happens, man. Like, you get to a place where you start missing these free throws down the stretch of these games, man. It's going to cost you. And so, thankfully, they were able to recapture the momentum and take care of business. But through the Nuggets, man, you're getting from your two best players, y'all. You're getting 74 points between the two of them. In a game that they don't have two starters and they're 6-man. Their defense fell apart. And honestly, the defense probably could have been worse, but they managed to salvage it. But tonight, the Denver Nuggets, without three of their best defenders, like, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. It could have been worse. But I do hope Peyton Watson's okay, because they can't, I just, at this point, I don't think they can survive losing another wing. They've already lost two of them. I don't think they can survive missing Peyton for any amount of time, because they got the Orlando Magic coming up just right down the road in just a few days. They got the Magic coming up, and then they got the Houston Rockets again. Then they have Utah. So thankfully they have 2 days off on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then they got the Magic, and then they have a day off, and then they're going to play versus Houston again. So they have a couple days. So hopefully Peyton Watson can come back and be fully healthy, because they need him. But just a great game from Jokic and Murray, man. It's the best duo in the NBA. Nobody else has access to a duo that's like this. No one does. Like, the fact that you're averaging 25, 4, and 7 from your point guard on crazy efficiency, and then Jokic in his own way is averaging 30 points on the season now, 12.4 rebounds, and 10.8 assists, shooting 61% from the field, and then 43% from three, and 84% from the line, 72 true shooting. Real numbers, by the way, real numbers. Like, he's back-to-back years of shooting 44+% from three, 42+% from three, back-to-back seasons on 5 attempts a game. So it's just unbelievable, man. Like, the Nuggets they're in a rare air place. Truly. They're in a rare place that they're able to have this kind of production from their two best players. By the way, shout out to Şengün and KD today. You know, I think Şengün struggled for big stretches of the game today, but again, 33 points, 10 rebounds. He had 10 assists today. Had 4 turnovers. Jokic had 4 turnovers his own right. But Şengün, man, like, 4 offensive rebounds. He battled. Got that go-ahead bucket over Spencer Jones today on the switch. He was aggressive today. 5 of 6 from the free throw line as well. And then Kevin Durant had 25 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds today for KD. Only took 14 shots. So it was a battle. The Nuggets just had a better duo. And dare I say, Jamal Murray was the second best player on the floor tonight, despite all the stats. He was the second best player on the floor. Like, Amin Thompson today, 14 points. He had 12 rebounds and 6 assists. He was everywhere today. Reed Shepherd off the bench was only 5 of 17. That probably saved Denver, that he was missing a lot of the shots he was missing. But the rest of the Denver Nuggets today, by the way, so at the end of the game, there was a very controversial call, in which Tim Hardaway Jr., the ref said, got tripped up by Amin Thompson. And it was while the ball had not yet been inbounds. And so because they got that foul call, let's see if I can play this for you real quick. Now, Carmelo Anthony and Derek Fisher, they said they thought this is a foul. But if you see here, Murray's about to inbound the ball. They're down 1 with 2.3 seconds left. They're going to get a pin down on Tim Hardaway Jr., and then, as they always do, then Jokic is going to loop around off the pin down to get a three-pointer in the top of the key, or if they set another screen here, then to the corner. But on this play, Tim Hardaway Jr., apparently there was contact made on Tim Hardaway Jr.'s leg from Amin Thompson's leg. And so that sent him flying. And so then the referee over here that's watching the ball said something.
And a
So they called the foul. This foul was then reviewed, and they said on the broadcast and when the referees reviewed all angles of the play that Amen Thompson made contact with Tim Hardaway Jr., and therefore that was the foul. Now, I don't know if he slips originally on this. Now his heel, if you look at his heel, picks up like in a kind of unnatural position right here. So I don't know if it slipped on the floor or if he just made contact. Okay, all right, I see what they're saying. All right, no, I see it. All right, so watch, man. Let me see if I can zoom in this for y'all. Oh, it's not gonna let me zoom in any further. All right, whatever. All right, so y'all gonna have to really pay attention here. So watch this. So what they call is this right here. So watch this step from Amen Thompson with his left foot, and then watch Tim Hardaway Jr. pick up his right foot. His right foot makes contact with Amen Thompson's left leg. That's what they called. So his right foot makes contact with Amen Thompson's left leg, and so they call that foul because they're saying that contact forced Tim Hardaway Jr. to start making his direction down. And then from there, that's where they called the foul. So that's why I said, like, if you look at the unnatural way the foot goes, the foot responds like it makes contact with something. Now, by the letter of the law, it's a foul. But I guess the question is that I would ask is, so if there is clear contact from Amen, if they let the play go dead, then obviously Denver's at a disadvantage. So what I would say is, like, here, there is contact, but they're saying, okay, if we just let this go dead, then they're at a disadvantage. But now I will say the Nuggets were going to run what they usually run, which is they're going to get basically a pin down to go to the corner here, where they're going to run a flare screen essentially. So that it's either going to be a pin down. It's a pin down here for Tim Hardaway, and then they're going to run a flare screen right here to get Spencer Jones on Steven Adams, and then Jokic is going to float out to the corner. So the ball was going away. But just because Amen Thompson's running the hump, this is really just honestly coincidental. He makes coincidental contact that dislodges Tim Hardaway Jr. from his spot, and then therefore they call it a foul. So, yeah, I mean, it's a super, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Like, he clearly makes contact, but at that point, I'm just kind of like, I understand why they didn't let it go. Because if they let it go, then now the Nuggets are at a disadvantage. But there's not like a way you could just blow it and be like, all right, restart the play. But yeah, it is. If you send the offensive player and then they're trying to come around the screen and you make contact that dislodges them off of what they're doing, it is a foul. Technically, that's just a very soft foul. But overall, I mean, this literally the best way I can describe it. I truly don't know how else to describe it. I truly don't know how else to describe it. I can try to find another angle for y'all to see. Let me see. Twitter kind of acting up right now a little bit. Let's see if I can pull up a decent little video for y'all. But nonetheless, y'all, to get through the rest of this game, Spencer Jones, people don't know this. Spencer Jones is a two-way player, y'all. Spencer Jones is a two-way player, and he played 40 minutes today. Why is that important, Swipa? Spencer Jones played the fourth most minutes on the team today. 40 minutes. 41 minutes, basically. 11 points, 3 blocks, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. And he made 2 huge threes in overtime. Huge threes in overtime. Well, no, Drench. So this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that it is a disadvantage because the referees, they have to allow for the offense to get set. If the offense is dislodged, then it's not about being 4-4. Like, you have to let the entire play run out. So I'm saying, by definition, it is a foul. But it also is like a very, it's a very technical foul. But at the end of the day, like, they can't stop the play and be like, all right, everybody get up and you just go again. Like, if you dislodge the offensive player, it's a foul. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know how to describe it other than coincidental. Like, I don't think he intended to trip him. But because he was running the hump, he did trip him, which led to the player falling to the ground, which led to the offensive play being disrupted, which then leads to the whistle. Because now it's an unfair advantage for the Houston Rockets on the last-minute play. So that's what their justification is. But Spencer Jones, y'all, he played defense on Şengün. He played defense on KD. He played defense on Amen Thompson. He did his best. Now, the foul he had on Şengün, that was the end one, was ridiculous. He asked to stop fouling. But he fought hard. And for a two-way player in his second year in the league to be getting these kind of minutes and have this role on this team already, it just goes to show how much he's grown. Peyton Watson, like I said, left after 5 minutes. You only have 5 points today. Cam Johnson had 13 points today, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Now, he was 2 of 5 from 3, good. 5 of 9 from the field, good. He was also a +8, which led the team. The bench unit minutes that he played with them, they were good. I think, in these situations, again, they didn't need more offense. And so Cam wasn't playing super well to start the game off, but he ended up playing better. The NBA has not updated its second half information yet. But I'd be curious to see how much he actually had in the second half. But I think he played well. He played good defense as well. He fought hard defensively. So the starters, they were pretty good. But y'all, Tim Hardaway Jr. off the bench, man. 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Now, he was only 2 of 8 from 3, but the threes he did hit were huge. He was 4-10 from the field. He was a +4 off the bench. But it's the combination. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas off the bench, y'all, had 6 points, 3 of 3 shooting. 8 points, rather. He had 6 points in the second quarter to help get them back into the game. He was 4 of 5 from the field. And at one point, I tweeted out, this is Jonas Valanciunas' team. Because this is when Jokic wasn't scoring yet. Yeah, I told y'all, Jokic went from, all right, I don't feel like scoring. I'm just going to overpass today, to, all right, I guess I'm going to go drop 40, and I'm going to at will score whenever I want. And Jonas Valanciunas was the center. That was actually the one doing most of the damage as a scorer. So I don't know where the Nuggets would be. Y'all remember in the summer I wanted Al Horford. Somebody said they at me on a video at a better angle. All right, let me try to find it. Y'all know I wanted Al Horford. I thought that Al Horford would be more useful. Oh, wow. Golly, this is a clear video. Goodness gracious. Where did y'all get this video from? All right. Let me pull it up. All right. Y'all see this? Let me take myself off the screen so you can see this. So this is the foul drench.
It's not unbounded, but
crucial.
All right. Mute. So this is the foul. Oh, yeah, that's it's clear contact, y'all. But again, it's incidental. It happened. He didn't mean to do it. This is a crazy angle that y'all found somehow. I've never seen this angle. Thank you for Dross KO67. But yeah. Look at this. That's a foul. That is clear contact. It's clear contact. It dislodged the offensive player. Therefore, it's a foul. I just don't think that he meant to do it. But meaning to do something and doing something, that doesn't change anything.
Blocked from seeing this
in the way
by
the NBA
Nikola
works.
Jokic.
So
you can only
it is
see
what it is.
Hardaway kind of tripping.
But yeah, man, Jonas Valanciunas played some really good minutes today. He's a really impactful player for this team. Like I said, I was wrong about Al Horford, Jonas Valanciunas. I want Al Horford because I thought for the playoffs, play with Jokic, the switching stuff and everything. And maybe that would have been true. But Jonas is just like a real offensive boost for this team. Oh, snap. But yeah, Zeke Naji today, he was a +5. He had a dunk today. Shout out to him. The Nuggets, they shot 15 of 34 from 3. They were 7 of 24 or 9 of 24 in the first half, I believe. So they were 6 of 10 in the second, or maybe that was not. No, they were 9. I got it. They were 9 of 24 through the 3 quarters, is what they were, and so that means they were 6 of 10 in the 4th and in overtime. So, like I said, I knew they were going to get hot. That changed the game. 44% from 3, 82% from the line on 33 attempts at the free throw line. They also had 7 offensive rebounds. They gave up 12 today to the Houston Rockets. Overall, y'all, the Nuggets are 19-5. They're moving on. I got to go do something for Locked On NBA real quick, y'all. But y'all, listen, do me a favor. We're on the way to 15,000 subscribers. We're right around the corner for 14,000 subscribers. If you're watching this, there's 1,632 people watching this. Do me a favor. It makes a huge deal. Please stop what you're doing. Look at the subscribe button. Press subscribe. We should be able to get to 14,000 subscribers off of this episode alone. Please do it. It helps us so much to grow the channel. Y'all are my favorite people. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your night. This is Swipa.